There's 5 different ways to put cash back into your wallet. Now, it's important to manage your expectations and understand that these are not going to make you rich. They're not going to provide a substantial income, but they are ways to just put some extra cash back into your pocket. Hi, and welcome to Beyond the Paycheck. I'm Paula Christine. So today we're going to talk about some simple yet effective ways to put some extra dollars into your wallet. Now, there have been a few times in my life where I needed some extra cash. When I was in my 30s, I recently was divorced from my first husband, and I was living in my grandparents' basement, with my 2 young children. And I was doing everything possible I could to earn some extra money. I didn't have a lot of options back then. So when my kids went to their fathers, I went to work. So at one point, I was working 3 jobs. I had a full-time job and 2 part-time. I was exhausted, but I did what I needed to do to increase my savings so that I could buy a home and get out of my grandparents' basement. I mean, nobody wants to live in their grandparents' basement, although I appreciate what they did for me, but I really wanted to be on my own. So today, we're going to talk about some options that don't require you to work 3 jobs. Now, none of these options are going to make you rich, but they can add a little bit more to your wallet. So let's kick it off with one of the easiest ways to make money online, and that's by completing surveys and task platforms. Now, companies are constantly seeking consumer feedback, and they're willing to pay you for it. So how does it work? So users register for free accounts and complete profiles detailing their demographics and their interests. They choose from available surveys and tasks. They complete them according to the provided instructions, and upon completion, they receive some sort of a payment or reward, which can then be turned into cash when it reaches a minimum threshold. Now, where do you find these websites? Check out Swagbucks, Inbox Dollars, and then Amazon has one called Amazon Mechanical Turk, which is awful name. But anyway, it's Amazon Mechanical Turk. Anyway, so they all offer surveys and simple tasks that you can complete in your spare time. Now, the pay is going to be very modest, but it is a hassle way to earn some extra cash while you're sitting on your couch. Now, next, this is what I've been working on because I think I've mentioned before that I'm looking to buy a house. So I don't want to take things that I don't need from my current living place to my next living place. So I'm looking to declutter. So if I'm going to declutter, why not make some money in the process? Now, we all have stuff lying around the house that we no longer need or use. I always think about the people who have that treadmill in their basement that usually ends up becoming the hanger to dry your clothes because they stopped using the treadmill, and for whatever reason, they don't get rid of it, but that would be a great way to earn some extra cash. So why not turn that clutter into cash? So there's platforms like eBay, Craigslist, and Facebook Marketplace that make it incredibly easy to list your items for sale and connect with potential buyers. Now you could put that old bike that's collecting dust to clothing, furniture. There's a market for just about anything. Now with minimal effort, now you are going to have to, 1, organize your clutter. You're going to have to take photos and post them on the website and be available to potentially deliver something or meet someone. I highly recommend that you don't have someone come to your home. And if you feel unsafe, I would recommend that you also meet someone at the police station. If you're not comfortable with doing it yourself, consider a consignment shop. Consignment shops work by offering a space for individuals to sell their gently used items. So owners bring in their goods to the store where they're displayed for potential buyers. And then once the item sells, the shop takes a percentage of the sales as a commission, and then you receive the remaining amount. I shop consignment shops a lot because you can get a lot of great deals on especially clothing and furniture. So it's a great way for you to declutter, make some extra money. So check out consignment shops. Now let's talk about freelancing. So if you have a skill or a trade, why not monetize it? So you could be maybe a writer, a graphic designer, a programmer, maybe you're an expert in social media. There's always a demand for your services online. So there's websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer, which allow you to showcase your skills and connect with clients from all over the world. Best of all, you get to do the work on your own schedule and from the comfort of your own home. It's really a win-win situation for both you and your clients. Now, I use Upworks quite a bit to handle projects that I don't want to do or don't know how to do. So recently I hired a gentleman from Colorado to edit my course and webinars. I tried to do it myself, and let's say I suck at it. And it took me forever. So I think I spent for a 40-minute webinar that I just completed on how to budget for groceries, took me I'm embarrassed to say 10 hours to edit it. And then when I was done, I had somebody listen to it. And then I just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to have somebody professionally edit it. And it was well worth it. So while he was editing, I was making money doing what I like to do. And that's how my clients become financially independent. Now, another way to make money is by renting out space. So whether you have a spare bedroom, a parking spot, or even just some storage space, there's always someone out there willing to pay for it. So platforms like Airbnb, VBRO, and Neighbor make it easy for you to list space and connect with potential renters. Now, with a few clicks, you can start earning passive income. Now, if you're going to get into the rental business, make sure to be safe. So if you're going to rent your space safely and ensure that you get payment, start by using reputable platforms like Airbnb or Neighbor, which offer payment protection and verification processes. Communicate clearly with your renters about your expectations and the rules, and consider using a secure payment method provided by those platforms. Lastly, maintain open communication throughout the whole rental process and address any concerns promptly to ensure a positive experience for both parties. Please, if you're going to do this, make sure to always be safe. Lastly, don't forget to take advantage of cashback and rewards programs through your credit cards or even some shopping apps. Now, I've never done the shopping apps, but I know that they are available. So you can earn rewards points or cashback on everyday purchases. I mean, you probably see the Chase and Capital One credit card ads everywhere talking about how you can earn cashback and reward points for purchasing groceries, gas, or even doing some online shopping. Now, these rewards can save you money without really any effort at all. By taking advantage of these programs, you can stretch out your budget even further. So I use cashback a while ago. Now I use it for airline miles, but I was using cashback to offset my credit card balance until my friend Sunny showed me a better way. So Greece was always on my bucket list. It was a trip that I always dreamed of taking. So I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it affordable, and I wanted to make sure that it fit in my budget. And I was checking out airline tickets, and they were, quite costly. I think it was a 9 or 10 hour flight, and I really didn't want to do coach if I didn't have to. Now, I normally fly coach, but I really did not want to be in a coach seat for 9 hours. So I reached out to my friend Sunny to help me or to show me how to use credit card points to get airline tickets. So I followed his strategy, and I was able to fly to Greece first class. And the best thing, it was on Emirates Airline, which if you've never flown Emirates Airline, oh my God, it is pure luxury. I really felt like a princess on that airline. It was nice. I got to sleep when I wanted to sleep, and I had this little cocoon for myself. It was unbelievable. But even if a trip is not in your future, consider using credit card points to purchase gift cards for birthdays and special occasions. So there you go. There's 5 different ways to put cash back into your wallet. Now, it's important to manage your expectations and understand that these are not going to make you rich. They're not going to provide a substantial income, but they are ways to just put some extra cash back into your pocket. Now, when you're going to get into some of these things, especially when you're going to get into selling things online or even doing the online surveys, make sure that you're wary of any scams and always research any opportunity before participating. So remember when I mentioned that I like to help my clients achieve financial independence? So be sure to visit the resource tab on my website, paulachristine.com, for more useful tools. And while you're there, don't forget to download the webinar on how to budget for groceries to gain control over your food expenses. And also, you'll discover 21 ways to save on your grocery bill. And make sure to join me next week when I talk with my guest, Chris, because we're going to talk about the common mistakes people make when planning for their retirement. Be sure to tune in for more valuable insights.